We got the media team in here. We're the media
team. We got content. TV's in the go. We got TV in the go, Wack.
You looking for that fire Clubhouse content? Well, you need to subscribe to the home. Hey, yo, Clubhouse TV. Let's get to the content.
That's a good one.
In the block.
Taxstone hit with new charges for allegedly running contraband smuggling scheme behind bars while serving a 35-year prison sentence. Taxstone has found himself in some legal trouble. The former podcaster, real name Daryl Campbell, is now facing new charges for allegedly orchestrating a contraband smuggling scheme inside MDC-Brooklyn, where he's already serving a 35-year sentence for his role in the 2016 Irving Plaza shooting that left Troy Ave's bodyguard dead. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of New York, Taxstone and 4 other inmates who all have names.
Rest in peace, Banger.
They tried to sneak in drugs, a scalpel, a phone charger, lighters, and cigarettes using an old-school rope and pulley method. Prosecutors say that between April and June of 2024, so this is like a year ago almost, Taxstone used a contraband cell phone to coordinate with someone on the outside, telling them to hook packages onto a line that could be pulled into the prison. Authorities eventually caught on and intercepted a box of contraband before it made its way inside, and now all 5 inmates are facing an extra 10 years in prison if convicted. So I can't believe he's in prison in Brooklyn. I would think that they would normally like ship motherfuckers upstate.
Now you saying what I'm saying. He done that stood trial. Troy Ave done been on the streets a year after the trial. Went and did a year for his crime.
Right.
Been home about 4 or 5 months. And dude he's sentenced already, right?
Yeah, I mean, I remember it being such a big deal when he got sentenced. Yeah.
I don't know why he's still down there.
In Brooklyn. It seems like not where they would keep you if you were doing a 35-year sentence.
No.
Keep in mind, he is from Brooklyn, so this probably made it a lot easier for him to orchestrate this kind of scheme, right?
I mean, you know.
I guess like
I can't knock his hustle.
My main takeaway from it, because I watched the rise and fall of Taxstone. I can honestly say that I might not have started podcasting in the first place if Taxstone's impact on the game hadn't been so apparent to me, because I was watching a bunch of different people, Joe Rogan, Juan Epstein, I was watching Combat Jack, but Taxstone really made me feel like, oh, this is a wide open opportunity for a whole wide assortment of people. Like, he
was clout chasing on my name back then.
Really? Even back then?
Hell yeah, back then I swear he was.
Wow.
Screaming Wack 100.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. But either way, I mean, we all got to see him, somebody who had more potential in the podcasting game than almost anybody. We all got to see him fuck it up because he wanted to, basically be a fucking cowboy and run around and shoot people in the middle of Manhattan.
Want to ask some questions?
Yeah, do it.
What up, bro? You live?
My monologue.
Oh, yeah. I got somebody who wants to talk.
Who?
Find out what want to do it live.
Who's that?
It was a friend of the family, so just call me back.
Oh, see?
So Christopher Lovejoy, you're having a great time with this, huh?
Yeah, you know I love this shit. Call me when you leave.
But 600, don't you feel like this is a little bit federally that you're so excited about sending a good crip to prison?
See, you heard him?
Yeah, sounds good.
I got Adam and Wack on the phone, but they live, so we're going to hang them up, and we're going to call Wack back. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
They live.
Bro, and what's crazy, I heard about 4, 5, 3 ways of Crips on that man Jack the other day. Listen, I talked to Brick the other day.
Uh-huh.
One thing he said to me was very, very intelligent.
Okay.
He said, I took with me who wanted to come and subtracted myself from it. It's too much going on. And listening to what I heard on that phone, bro, it's too much going on. Way too much going on.
So you're saying Brick has kind of separated himself from a lot of people that might have previously been around?
Yeah, and you know what? He's very, and I get it because I've been there and done that myself, right? When you got an environment that you don't know how it's hidden, when it's hidden, where it's coming from, Oh shit! I'm scared to answer that. They might want to say something crazy. Hold on. Yo, what up, man?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna put it on. She said she ain't tripping if it's live. Hold on.
We're not actually live.
Okay,
It'll come
go
out
ahead.
Sunday.
Okay, yeah, there she go, Wack.
Who is this?
This is Diez. This baby used baby mama.
This baby who?
Baby used baby mother.
Yui? Baby mama?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
what could I do for you? I don't think we've been acquainted, but we live on No Jumper. What's up?
What's going on? Nothing much. I was just hopping in saying I was telling 600 how it was crazy. I didn't know all this shit was going down. You know, I keep my baby away from them.
Why?
They was just, why? You said why or right?
Why? Yeah, why?
Why? Because of all the shit that they just be having too much shit going on. And you know, my child, I'm not from LA. I'm from the IE, so I don't really care too much.
Are you the one that was saying that you can you know a bunch of crazy stuff? I read something.
I know a lot of crazy shit, and that's exactly why shit is the way that it is. So I was saying I'm surprised about how someone was saying, "Oh, how many connections and they got with the police?" Like, well, damn, they couldn't find you to fucking subpoena me and to get me in court trying to get custody over my baby. So
let me get this right. Now watch this. You're having these conversations with 600, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna call you. We talk later. See what I'm saying, bro? They be finding motherfuckers, bro.
I thought that was going to be the mother of the kid who got killed, but that was the mother of Big U's son.
The baby mother of Big U's son. I don't know what that shit. See, you know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is, as soon as people see the door open up, they all come running in, right? I don't even know who Yui's baby mama is, right?
Yeah.
I have no idea, but if she's on the phone with 600 and seeing what's going on, it ain't nothing good coming out of her mouth. Mm. Well, let me say this. It's nothing favorable.
Right.
And then 600 gonna run his live and they'll say, where'd you get this from? They call him. How much shit you get sent to your phone, bro? Like, DMs, like, come on, bro, like
decent amount.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the media in hip hop, up to and including No Jumper, is not necessarily doing their job because this story hasn't been covered in an official capacity?
I believe when it breaks, 600 gonna be the one to get the credit for breaking it. Because he the first one, he seen it, he talked about it. It's a lot he hasn't talked about. A lot. Some dark shit. Right? And end of the day, I see it different, because if this really is going on and they really took dude's DNA and he had no idea, they testing it under some nail shit, and he hears this come out the mother's mouth, that the detective said this, bro, they giving you ample opportunity to position yourself to deal with it. Me personally, if I had a relationship with her, you know what I'm saying, her kid didn't live with me, she didn't work my football team, I'm going to call her. Yo, what's this? What are you talking about? That's going to be a natural thing. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So it's obvious something's up, something's going on, unless the family is just habitual liars and they're just creating a bunch of shit. Then at that point in time, you dirtying the man's name, but I'm not stupid. I'm watching. Big U's quiet. He's not saying a word, which is what your legal would advise you to do. If there's a possibility, there may be something coming down the line. You get what I'm saying? I'm watching it. Dude is quick to defend his name, especially on something like this involving and pertaining to some kids, or a kid that he, stayed with him, that he helped nurture and raise to any capacity when it comes to what he does over there as far as with the football programs and stuff like that. He ain't finna bite his tongue. Like, hold on, what you talking about? Right? Them people was ready to go ham with a bullhorn. Now he served us or no jumper.
Right.
Cease and desist.
So did Big Homie CC for the record.
Right? I want to see if he gonna serve them that.
Yeah, because you and Luce really need a W after the whole the previous Big U narratives that you guys tried to put out there didn't really pan out too much.
Hold on. I gotta stand behind
Not
it.
gonna be part of all this?
No. Luce said he has the content. Right? Which he does and he doesn't. He doesn't because at this point in time it's not in his possession. He does because his drive is still under contract. So he's been waiting for his drive. I think it might be up this month, next month.
His drive?
His drive, yeah, with his reality show on it.
Okay.
You got to remember his contract says anything pertaining to. You get what I'm saying? So if Luce would have let that go while he was still under contract with this company, that company's wide open to being sued. Even though they didn't run it, they edited it out. Okay. They said we're not going to run the risk of this dude, right?
So that's what happened when Luce was hyping it up, saying like, "Oh, this reality show is coming out and it's going to have this damning footage," and then it came out and then it wasn't on there.
They edited it out on him.
Right.
He got real mad about it. So then they was like, "You'll get it back when you get your drive, and contractually, we don't have to release the drive until X amount of time." Now they could have released it to him, but they were scared Luce would put something out, and then they would try to tie it to their network and deal with a lawsuit. You know, like I know person to sue for anything. So he has it. It's just not in his possession, but it'll be coming back to him. And you know, he gotta provide that, and he ain't gonna have no problem with it. But you know, he I'm pretty sure he'll let it rip. But even that's only saying that. If I can remember that Big U contacted Nip to see if he was okay. Because allegedly something was supposed to already happen. It didn't happen is what he's saying.
Right.
And he's saying, I guess 20 or 30 minutes prior to, he contacted him. And I can't really remember how he had it, or I don't know how.
Well, the story was they just called right after. Your friends are so loud out there that it sounds like they're about to fight, but I'm pretty sure they're just hanging out talking. Sorry. Yeah, his story was basically just that Big U called him before it took place, acting like he already knew that it took place. Well, and then he called Nip, and then Nip picked up and was like, "What? What are you talking about?"
I can't really remember. All I do know is he got it on that drive, and you know when he get the drive back, I'm pretty sure he gonna do with it what he gonna do with it. You know what I mean? You know, the truth ain't disrespect, so it's not saying. I don't know what the it's saying. You know what I'm saying? Because kind of like what you saying, it sound kind of crazy.
Right. So okay, back to the Taxstone thing. I guess my one question is just if he gets an additional 10 years, do you think he's likely to serve an additional 10 years?
Either they can run it concurrent or consecutive. Concurrent means they put the 10 inside his existing 35.
Right.
Consecutive means you got 35 to do plus another 10.
Concurrent seems pretty pointless.
Huh?
I mean, if they run it concurrent, then basically it doesn't do anything, right?
It's when the judge want to give the Diez conviction, but want to give the defendant some amnesty.
Right.
Because, you know, they got a record. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what happened, you got a conviction.
But in jails and prisons, there's a ton of smuggling of phones and all kinds of other shit, drugs being brought in. It does seem like he did maybe like a little bit more outwardly flashy type of way of doing it by like allegedly like reeling in a fucking package or whatever. I feel like most of that shit is going through the guards and shit.
You know
right?
what's crazy? Yeah, usually. See how they trying to give him 10 years for that?
Yeah.
But you don't think Big Meech would have got 10 years for his orchestrating while he's in the system?
What was he doing in the system?
Conspiring. to distribute 100 to 1,000 keys.
Right.
They had him on the phone and all that. So this how it's supposed to work.
So that makes you, even more convinced that Big
I know what it is, right? I didn't, but I'm just saying this is how easy they get at to you.
Yeah.
When I say this is how it's supposed to work, I hope he beat it. He hate on me all the time, but I don't want to see a dude stretched out. He already got 35 to do.
Well, to be fair, we haven't really seen him on Twitter like the way that he
was on there like crazy, right?
Yeah, so much for so long, and then it all stopped. Well, right before. Actually, no, he's still going. Live from USP Canaan.
That's crazy.
Be safe though. February 27th. This was a couple weeks ago. Maybe this was going until he got caught up, and then the news just came out.
He probably in the hole.
Wow.
I was wondering how he was doing what he was doing, but then again, shit, it looked like it's the new thing.
At one point, he hit me on FaceTime before the verdict came in and just talked to me for so long.
He wrote the judge a letter told.
Yeah, I forget exactly how that went.
He told.
Clubhouse TV. Clubhouse TV.
What up, YouTube's Clubhouse TV, back with another one. You already know we here to break it down for you, and y'all heard the content. Wack 100 reacting, and when it rains, it pours. You heard Taxstone already serving time for the Irving Plaza shooting. Was hit with another charge, this time with attempting to smuggle contraband behind bars. And you already know Wack has something to say about it. And he didn't hold back at all. And honestly, can you blame him? Taxstone was already looking at years behind bars, 35 if correct. And now this latest move adds even more time to his sentence. Now, reports say authorities caught him trying to smuggle in contraband, though details on exactly what he was bringing in are still unclear. But whatever it was enough to catch another charge. Now, let's be real. Prison smuggling isn't nothing new. We've seen rappers, gang members, even correctional officers get caught up in these situations. But Wack had a strong message about why Taxstone should have been smarter. And Wack's basically saying Taxstone is moving like a crash dummy, and honestly got a point. At this stage, the focus should be on appeals, legal strategy, or at the very least staying out of trouble inside. Instead, he's caught up in something that could push the release date even further away. And at the end of the day, the situation just adds to Taxstone's long list of legal troubles. The real question is, do y'all think Wack is right? Should Taxstone have been smarter? Or is this just another case of the system trying to keep him locked down even longer? Let me know what y'all think about the content in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop new content. Subscribe to the media team so you get that exclusive Wack 100 content. Any questions, suggestions? Need me to advertise for you on my channel with over 40K subs? Just hit me on IG and I get right back to you. As always, I certainly appreciate you checking out Clubhouse TV, and I'm on to the next one, y'all. Peace.